Hello, I am Corey Stewart, Chairman of the Prince William Board of County Supervisors. On behalf of the board, I want to wish you and your families a Happy New Year. The great statesman Patrick Henry is perhaps best known for a speech he gave in Richmond, Virginia in 1775, in which he urged his fellow delegates to pursue liberty at all costs. In that same speech, Patrick Henry also said this: "I have no way of judging the future but by the past." Governments make promises and lay out visions for the future. But to the citizens who are served and represented by those governments and elected officials, those promises ring hollow when the actions of their government in recent history do not reflect the promises that were made. If citizens have seen their government confront challenges, solve problems, and do what is best for the interests of the people yesterday and today, then there is reason to expect wise leadership and good policies in the days ahead. And for the past 3 years, this Board of County Supervisors has worked hard to do exactly that, to address everyday challenges while always keeping an eye to Prince William County's future. Across the country, and even in neighboring areas, some communities have struggled while their leaders wait hopelessly on a shrinking supply of federal and state dollars to meet transportation and infrastructure needs. In some places, that's meant curtailing important public services. But here in Prince William County, we have taken steps to make the county government more efficient and more effective in order to serve residents at the lowest possible cost to you, the taxpayer. That's meant holding fast to a simple principle: address the needs of today without leaving problems and bills for the future. We've been resolute about taking actions that will benefit the long-term interests of our community. And here are some of the results. Unemployment in Prince William County is down to 4.1%, the lowest we've had since the Great Recession. Median household income is now $95,000 per household, the 12th highest in the nation. Since 2007, household income has increased more in Prince William County than in any other Northern Virginia locality. We have maintained our AAA bond rating. At the same time, we've maintained the lowest average tax bills in Northern Virginia. They are, on average, 30% lower. And we continue to work to diversify our tax base to reduce the portion of revenue that comes from county residents. As a result of our economic prosperity, our county is growing. People want to live here. Over the past 5 years, our population has grown by 15%. They have come here from across Northern Virginia for jobs and across the country for a lower cost of living and more prosperity and a better quality of life. To that end, we've been addressing the Parks Bond and the Roads Bond that were passed by voters in 2006. That's resulted in more field space at county parks, new turf fields, new baseball fields and football fields and soccer fields for lacrosse, new lighting, new state-of-the-art facilities have been built all across Prince William County. Throughout Northern Virginia, a transportation challenge remains, and residents continually look for improvements. Prince William County has answered those calls by aggressively constructing, at our own expense, our own road improvements, awarding nearly $181 million in transportation projects in the last 3 years alone. We are the only county in Virginia to do so. In addition, Prince William County is fortunate to have one of its own supervisors, Mr. Noe, to serve as chairman of the Northern Virginia Transportation Authority. Under his leadership, and in conjunction with our delegation in Richmond, more than $1 billion in transportation improvements are being made to ease traffic congestion in and around Prince William County, including the widening of I-66 all the way to Haymarket with major new interchanges at 29 and 15. Major widening and renewal projects all along the Route 1 corridor, the widening of Minnieville Road, the Prince William County Parkway, and many, many other projects that are either underway or are soon to begin construction. Last year, we committed to further education funding by supporting increases to teacher pay and decreasing class sizes. We also broke ground on 2 new libraries, the Montclair Community Library, and the Gainesville Community Library. These projects are on schedule for completion this coming fall. Building infrastructure and improving the quality of life is part of the formula that's attracted businesses to Prince William County. In 2014, our Economic Development Department undertook 15 projects that led to nearly $500 million in announced capital investment this year, and over $1.5 billion in the last 18 months alone. Right now, construction is underway on 245,000 square feet of new commercial buildings. And while some of our neighboring counties have commercial vacancy rates that are near double digits, our vacancy rate here has dropped to about 7%. On top of the commercial ventures already underway, 2 public-private partnerships were announced in 2014 at Innovation Park that hold remarkable long-term promise for the ongoing creation of economic opportunity and good-paying technology jobs here in Prince William. The Prince William Science Accelerator is a cutting-edge facility that assists startup companies that work in the life sciences and forensic research. It gives them a home in Prince William. And the Simulation and Game Institute that was opened on George Mason's Prince William campus will be a worldwide hub for the simulation and gaming industry that is booming. In just a matter of months, the SGI has resulted in 5 new businesses in Prince William County. This success at innovation serves as a reminder that progress takes careful planning and long-term investment. Nearly 20 years ago, this board, including Supervisors Maureen Cadigan and John Jenkins, partnered with George Mason University in creating innovation. That investment then is bearing fruit today, and the extent to which we prosper tomorrow can be gauged by our level of planning and investment today and our willingness to tackle the challenges that lie ahead. There is much more work to be done. Last year in our annual community survey, you told us about the needs for further improvements in transportation and for another look at our school budget to reduce class size, as well as a continued emphasis on public safety. I agree with Supervisors Mike May and Frank Prinsby, as well as our newest member of the board, Ms. Janine Lawson, that to accomplish this, it will take more planning, more careful choices, and more action. One of the more nagging problems to beset this community is stale zoning. Over the past 60 years, prior boards of supervisors approved approximately 30,000 housing units that are unbuilt but remain on the books. Most of these units, some of which date to the 1950s, come with no profit commitments and can be constructed with little to no improvement to public infrastructure. To obtain better control over development in Prince William County, I hope to work with the entirety of this board, as well as our delegation in Richmond, in utilizing every legal mechanism available to us and extinguishing these old approvals that no longer make sense for our community. One of the most significant responsibilities entrusted to us by the citizens of Prince William County is to make certain that every tax dollar we spend achieves the goals and objectives in as efficient a manner as possible as our county agencies deliver services to residents. A few years ago, this board created an independent office of internal audit. In the FY 2015 budget deliberations, Supervisor Peter Canland recommended that we consider enhancing that oversight with performance audits to allow us more effectively to fulfill our responsibility as elected leaders. With enhanced performance audits, we will assure the public that Prince William County is open to improvements, is willing to accept changes that are required, and affirms our commitment to spend every tax dollar as wisely as possible. The recently published Gallup poll released last week put politics and politicians just ahead of the economy on a 20-item list of Americans' worries. It was the first time ever in the records of the Gallup organization where dissatisfaction with government led the list of complaints from Americans. The low regard held by the average citizen for their elected officials is, in my judgment, a condition that has been brought on by the broken trust between government entities and the people they serve. Prince William County is often referred to as the bellwether county in the nation during presidential election years. We take pride in the fact that the diversity of our families is truly representative of a composite of America. We are a reflection of the future of this country. What I hope we can become known for in Prince William County is being the leader in the effort to restore the faith and confidence that the average citizen has in its government. Our county employees are dedicated and highly qualified individuals who welcome recommendations for improvements in systems and program delivery to assure that the services we provide to the families of Prince William County will be completed as cost-effectively as possible. Lastly, this board made a commitment last year to fully fund our police and fire department staffing plans for the next 5 years. Now more than ever, we must make certain that our actions support those promises that we made. I will be working with every member of this board to take whatever steps are necessary to ensure the safety of our community, which will be an affirmation of our commitment to our citizens to honor the faith and trust that they have placed in us. It is my hope that we will judge the future based on the past. If the successes and prosperity that we've experienced in just the past few years are an indicator, then there are wise ways to move forward and continue that growth. But we must know that the choices we will make today shape our community, not just today, but for years to come. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking an active part in our community, and may God bless you and your families in 2015.